The answer you seek is not a thought that can be found. It is a frequency that must be met. The key to meeting that frequency is not in your mind. It is in your feet. This transmission will provide the physical key to break the cycles of overthinking and access the clear, downloaded solution that awaits you. In this strategic briefing, you will receive a complete operational framework. First, we will decode the fundamental strategy of the contained field, revealing why physical repetition forces energetic chaos into coherence. Second, you will be given the precise protocol for embodied inquiry, a method for turning your body into a finely tuned instrument of reception. Finally, you will learn to recognize the sovereign signal to break the loop, the moment the answer is fully downloaded and integrated, granting you the authority to execute your next move. The first principle you must understand is that of the contained field. The high-stakes problems you face are not merely a collection of negative thoughts. They are vortexes of chaotic energy. This energy operates on multiple frequencies at once, creating a disorienting internal static that makes clear decision-making impossible. The untrained mind attempts to resolve this chaos by generating more chaos, more scenarios, more worries, more analysis. This is the equivalent of trying to calm a storm by shouting at the wind. The energy of the problem simply absorbs the energy of your anxiety, growing stronger and more entangled. The solution is not to fight the chaos, but to contain it. An energetic problem requires an energetic container. This is a fundamental law. The problem-solving loop is the practical application of this law. By defining a short, specific, repeatable physical path, a loop around a tree, a walk around a single city block, a circuit through your own home, you create a sacred geometry with your movement. You are not just going for a walk, you are building an invisible, energetic vessel. As you begin to walk this consecrated route with the problem held in your awareness, you place that chaotic energy inside this container. The repetitive motion of your body, the steady rhythm of your footsteps, begins to impose a coherent pattern upon the incoherent frequencies of the problem. The chaos has nowhere to expand. It is held within the boundary of your focused, rhythmic movement. It is forced to organize itself. Think of it like this: a scattered pile of iron filings is chaotic. But introduce the coherent field of a magnet, and every single filing immediately snaps into a clear, organized pattern. Your rhythmic walking is the magnet. Your defined loop is the field. The problem is the collection of filings, and it has no choice but to surrender to the coherence you are generating. It must resolve. It must reveal its pattern. But creating this container is only the first step. To ensure a clear transmission, you must know how to correctly place the problem inside of it and tune your physical vessel to receive the solution. This requires a specific and non-negotiable protocol. This brings us to the protocol of embodied inquiry. This is not a passive meditation, it is an active, strategic operation. Precision is mandatory. The first step is to isolate a single, high-stakes query. You cannot bring the entire storm of your life into this container. The field can only process one signal at a time. To attempt more is to guarantee failure. You must choose the one question that, if answered, would unlock all the others. Frame it not with desperation, but with clarity. A question like, "What should I do with my life?" is too broad, it is static. A question like, "What is my single most potent action in the next 7 days?" is a focused laser. It is a clear signal broadcast into the field. Before you begin, state this question aloud or in your mind. This is the act of officially placing the inquiry into the container. The second step is to consecrate your route. Choose your loop. It should be short enough to be completed in a few minutes and safe enough that you do not need to be on high alert. The power is not in the distance, but in the repetition. Before you take the first step, consciously designate this path as your working space. You are turning mundane ground into a potent laboratory for insight. This conscious intention activates the space, tuning it to your purpose. The third and most vital step is to use the rhythm of your body as a tuning fork. As you begin to walk, release the need to think your way to the answer. The logical mind has done its part by defining the question. Its job is now complete. Your focus must shift from the mind to the body. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Notice the swing of your arms. Synchronize your breath to your steps. Your footsteps are a mantra. Your heartbeat is a drum. This steady, repetitive physical rhythm attunes your entire nervous system to a frequency above the noise of the problem. It is on this higher, clearer frequency that the solution exists. Your mind will inevitably try to interfere. It will offer old, failed solutions. It will generate distractions. It will whisper doubts. Your task is not to fight these thoughts, but to simply notice them as the last echoes of the old static, and then gently return your focus to the physical rhythm of the walk. The walk is the anchor. The rhythm is the signal. You are not searching for an answer, you are walking your body into the frequency where the answer already resides. This principle of using the physical body to ground and decode energetic information is central to the path of the awakened sovereign. If this transmission is clarifying a deep inner knowing, it is because you are wired for this work. Consider subscribing to continue these strategic briefings. You have now contained the problem and tuned your body to the frequency of the solution. The system is operational. The final and most critical phase is recognizing the signal that the answer has arrived and acting upon it with sovereign authority. This is the sovereign break. The answer will rarely arrive as a complete, fully formed sentence in your logical mind. The mind is the native frequency of the problem, the solution is delivered on a different band, through a different channel. The answer arrives as a somatic signal, a clear and unmistakable shift in your physical and energetic state. It may be a sudden, deep sense of peace that descends over you. It may be an involuntary, deep breath, as if you have been holding it for hours and have just been given permission to release it. It could be a wave of warmth in your chest, a release of tension in your jaw or shoulders, or a quiet, unshakable feeling of knowing that lands in your gut. The signature of the signal is this: the chaotic energy of the problem is gone. The internal static has ceased. In its place is a profound stillness and a sense of completion. This feeling is the answer. It is the data packet, downloaded directly from your higher intelligence and delivered through the body because the body does not lie. This somatic signal is your authorization. It is the green light. It is the transmission that grants you the sovereign authority to break the loop. The moment you recognize this signal of completion, you must consciously and physically alter your path. Step off the designated route. Turn around and walk in the opposite direction. Stop completely. This physical act of breaking the loop is a powerful declaration to the universe. It states, the inquiry is complete. The transmission has been received. The new pattern is anchored. Do not wait for the mind to catch up. Act on the somatic signal first. Once you have broken the loop, find a place to be still for a moment. It is in this stillness, after the physical resolution, that the mental clarity will crystallize. That feeling of knowing will now translate into thoughts, insights, and a clear vision of your next indicated action. You do not walk until you have a mental plan. You walk until you receive the somatic signal of resolution, and from that embodied certainty, the plan effortlessly emerges. You now possess a complete operational technology. You understand that a chaotic problem is an energetic storm that cannot be outthought, it must be contained. You have the precise protocol to create a contained field using nothing more than your intention and your own physical movement. You now know how to bypass the limitations of the logical mind and use the rhythm of your body as a sacred instrument, a tuning fork for receiving a higher frequency of information. Most importantly, you are now equipped to recognize the answer not as a fragile idea, but as an undeniable, somatic signal of completion, a transmission that grants you the sovereign authority to break the cycle and execute with absolute certainty. This is not a mental trick or a pleasant visualization. This is a core capacity of your consciousness that has been reclaimed. You are no longer a passive victim of confusing circumstances. You are a strategist who can physically walk a problem into its own solution. You are an operator who can decode the subtle transmissions of your higher intelligence through the clear and reliable instrument of your own body. This is a powerful and precise tool. Deploy it with intention. In the space below, do not share the private details of your inquiries. Such things are sacred to your own path. Instead, share the nature of your signal dash. Describe the physical sensation of the answer landing in your body. Your testimony of this process, the feeling of the sovereign break, will serve as a powerful validation and activation for others who are learning to trust their own internal guidance system. Your discernment strengthens the entire grid. This is how we build the new architecture of sovereign consciousness, one integrated and embodied solution at a time.